na-improve ko yung 5 to 6, biglang lumaki siya. Kasi from, 20 to 25 students, after 8 months, na-build up ko yung club. I have over 100 students. From 20 to 25.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's episode. Senpai Ian Harry is co-hosts our episode tonight as we are joined by Khim Torres of Japan Karate Association. No Cobra Kai's load. We are about to begin.
Welcome to the show, Sir Khim Torres of Japan Karate Association. How are you? And thank you, Ian Herreos, Chief Instructor for Karate Fitness Manila. No? Thank you for accommodating my request na mag-co-host tonight. I'm very excited kasi gusto ko talagang mapag-usapan today yung experience ni Sir Khim when he was in the US. And he started his own karate club there and how he grew it. So yeah, let's begin with you, Sir Khim. Gaano katagal ka na nagkakarate?
Ako, I started when I was 4.
Wow.
Kasi yung father ko, yun yung first sensei ko eh. So, I think in the beginning, hindi ko talaga gusto eh. So, wala lang akong choice kasi syempre yung father ko, he will let me do the things that I like kung mag-attend ako doon sa mga classes niya. So, yun yung naging ano eh. So, para makapag-basketball ako or I can hang out with my friends, I have to do karate. So,
right.
Yun yung ano ko, talagang parang pililit talaga ako. Pero I'm glad, na nagustuhan ko din at the end. Tsaka talagang nakita ko yung mga benefits ng karate sa akin.
Right. By the way, Sir Khim, nagkarate rin ako pero medyo late na ako nagsimula. I was 13 years old. High school na ako nung nagsimula ako tapos ngayon, pabalik na sana ako, nagka-pandemic lang, tuturuan sana ako ni Senpai Ian. Pero we're working on the same project on Karate Fitness Manila. Hawak ko yung marketing. So I do my best to support si Senpai Ian sa aming passion project. And then great. on the side I do podcasting. Ang ano nito, for appreciation pala, iyan maganda ikwento ko rin kay Sir Khim yung yung purpose. So etong podcasting is really wala siyang genre o topic except that I just feature people that I find interesting. So if you look at my social media channels, you'll find na meron ako mga ginigest na musicians, street artists, business people, syempre martial artists kasama rin dahil malapit sa puso ko yan. Yeah. So 4 years old, very young. Ian, ikaw, ilan taong ka ba nung nagsimula?
About I think 10, 9 or 10, mga ganun. So mas maaga pa si Ken sa akin.
Di ba? Wala akong choice eh. Talagang, kasi yung father ko talagang gusto niya matuto talaga ako ng karate. Kasi, when I was younger, talagang out of shape ako. Siguro, if I go to a room, like, I'll be the fattest kid.
Really?
Yeah, talagang...
Hard to imagine, you look fit.
Thank you. But, during my younger times, talagang mataba talaga ako. So talagang yung father ko, talagang finors niya ako na mag-training. Kasi minsan, pag nag-join ako ng mga games sa mga friends ko, I'll be the first one to run out of breath. Talagang out of shape, totally. Okay. Yeah, so yung karate talaga, na push niya talaga na improve yung health ko.
Kung 4 years old you started tapos hindi mo pa siya masyado nagugustuhan, at what age mo nasabi na I like this art pala or I like this sport?
Siguro nung malapit na ako mag-test ng Shodan. Oo, nung bata pa ako. Nag-test ako siguro I think I got my Shodan at age 11 or 10, I think.
Oh, okay.
So it took me like few years really. Kasi kumbaga nag-start ako ng maaga, pero that time, nasa dojo lang ako, laro-laro lang eh. You know, like siguro gusto lang ng father ko makita nakagiya ko. You know, patambling-tambling, tambling-tambling lang. Yeah. Tapos talagang hindi ko siya gusto eh kasi ang training namin dati weekends. So yung Saturday kasi merong show akong pinapanood. I'm not sure if you guys familiar with that, yung cartoon na Transformer.
Oo naman.
Yung
Weekends talaga. Tama.
Saturday, matatapat yung training namin doon. So talagang sabi ko ayokong pumunta kasi siguro mga age na ako ito, mga 8. Yan na ako pero so talagang yung schedule ng training namin kasabay ng mga gusto kong gawin. So talagang parang napipilitan lang ako mag-karate. Pero nung makita ko yung mga kasama ko na yung mga kabatch ko na they're training they're really focused on getting their show done. Parang nainggit ako. Sabi ko, hindi ako pwedeng maiwan. Sabi ko,
Sir, sorry, Shodan is first Dan black belt ba yun? Shodan.
Yes. First degree, yeah. First degree.
Oo. Wow.
So that time, medyo nagka-interest ako kasi magpapalit na yung belt mo eh. Parang exciting yung getting your black belt. So yun, encourage ako mag-train ulit. And then, siguro after that, nagtuloy-tuloy na eh. Nagtuloy-tuloy na yung hilig ko.
Okay. I'd like to get into the most interesting question I have here. So you went to the US and you started your own club.
Yes. So
how did that go? What prompted you to start your own club? In the first place, what's the purpose of going to the US?
Okay, so siguro i-share ko muna how did I end up there.
Oo nga.
So kasi ang story niyan around 2002, may guy from San Francisco, his last name is Mr. Valdez and Mr. Mercado. They were a business partner with Academy of Martial Arts. So through their invitation, so doon ako napunta sa US kasi gusto nilang i-expand yung dojo nila sa San Francisco. So they were looking for qualified instructors na mag-continue ng branch nila. So ginawa ni Mr. Valdez, he went to the Philippines and then talked to the head coach of the Philippine Karate Federation at that time. I'm not sure if Ian still remember that nag-visit si Mr. Valdez.
Yeah, I think so. He visited a lot of clubs just looking for talent na who he can recruit to teach dun sa organization nila sa US.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was like he went straight to the national team. I didn't even know that he went to different clubs. But anyway, so yeah.
Is he Filipino? Is he Filipino, Sir Kim?
Yes,
Mr. Valdez.
Yes. Yeah. So he owns his own dojo in San Francisco, and he has a lot of students. So that's why they plan to expand the dojo. And then, so he talked to the head coach of the Philippine team. So they send out some ads, and then they emailed all the interested candidates. So luckily, na-interview niya ako. Na-interview niya ako dun sa niya. And then, after a few months, hindi ko alam na ako yung makukuha eh. After a few months, he called me and he said like, yeah, we're very interested in you. So, would you like to work here? So I said, originally, ang goal ko siguro i-try lang for a few months. Pero the opportunity was so great that I cannot let it pass. So I end up staying there for 7 years working with them.
Wow. When was this?
Yeah. So this was from 2002 until 2009. Yeah. Somewhere those years. Yeah. So talagang yung plan ko just to visit And pero nagustuhan ko. I didn't realize I was with them for like 7 years. So nagtagal. Maganda yung relationship namin. Talagang madami akong natutuhan sa kanila. They really helped me a lot. But unfortunately, nagkameron ng split eh. Nagkameron ng split yung ISKF and JKA. I'm not sure if you
Okay.
heard.
So,
Yeah.
eto, Sir Kim, question lang So, there were two guys, Mr. Valdez and the other one, what's his name?
Mr. Mercado.
Mr. Mercado. Both are Filipinos, right?
Yes, yes.
And pareho silang karatista.
Yes.
Hmm.
Oo. Okay. So, and then they have an Academy of Martial Arts. Pero ano yung tinuturo dong karate talaga specific?
Yeah, Shotokan. Yeah, it's
Shotokan?
actually affiliated with JKA. So kaya nung hire nila ako, I think second choice nila ako that time, pero for some reason ako yung nakuha nila kasi they check the yung mga history ng tournaments ko. At saka second dan na ako noon Hindi dan ako sa JKA. So I think that's what
And did they have instructors in the US in their academy?
Meron, pero mga assistant lang. Sila yung full-time. So,
okay.
hindi sila makapag-expand kasi they have to go to different dojos para makapagturo. Pero, natatied up sila dun sa main dojo nila. So, they really need someone to run the business. And yeah, fortunately, yun, nakuha nila ko. And then, it was really a good relationship until like like what I said, the split of ISKF and JKA. Kasi in the US, it used to be ISKF and JKA. They used to be one organization. Yeah, but because of the split, it's politics. I'm sure you're familiar with. There's a lot of politics in martial arts. We're trying to avoid that, but still, meron talaga. Yeah, so hindi maiwasan. So, ang nangyari, that time, yung Academy of Martial Arts, they decided to stay with ISKF. And then ako, of course, yung father ko sa Pilipinas, JKA. So, I can't stay with ISKF. So, I want to join the JKA. So, doon medyo nagka-problema yung relationship namin. So, kasi
okay.
Yeah.
So siya, yung split was not between Mr. Mercado and Mr. What's the other guy?
Valdez.
Valdez, sorry.
Yeah.
So it was not between the two of them. It was really a split in the bigger organization.
Yes. So they chose, Mr. Valdez and Mr. Mercado chose to stay with ISKF. And then, I stayed with them for 7 years. So, parang nakita ko yung nakita ko na talagang yung heart ko, I wanna join the JKA. So, I decided mag-move sa JKA. So, madaming black belts sa Academy of Martial Arts na because I've been with them for 7 years. So, nakita nila yung potential na, mag-excel talaga sila. So, they follow me. Sabi ko, mag-aalis na ako sa Academy of Martial Arts. But, for some reason, they emailed me and they say like, Sensei Khim, if you're leaving the academy, we're going to follow you, we're going to join you. So that's where it started. So nag-start kami nung JK of Northern California. So ako yung chief instructor and member ng board of directors ng JK Mortal. So yun, medyo naging hindi maganda yung relationship kasi naging competition So I remember.
What do you mean? Paano hindi naging maganda yung relationship?
Kasi nung that time nung nag-split yung most students talaga dun sa Academy of Martial Arts sa akin sumama. And I didn't invite them. I never had an intention to invite them or anything. Sabi ko nga dati, pag nag-separate ako sa kanila, I'll just train on my own. Pero I constantly receive emails from the students that they want to train with me. So for me naman, so naisip ko, who am I naman to stop someone kung gusto mag-train with me?
Mhm.
So yun, sabi ko, okay, sige, if you really want to. But the problem, sabi ko, we don't have any dojo. We don't have a place.
You were
So,
even
yun yung
training sa park nun, di ba?
Yes, that's
Wow.
true. So sa park kami nag-start. So kasi walang dojo umalis na ako sa kanila So once in a while, punta ako sa park, nakikita ko yung mga students nandun. Mga black belts, colored belts. Sabi ko, siguro talagang passionate itong mga to. Sabi ko gano'n. So sabi ko, I have to make a move. Sabi ko, I'll try to look for a place na siguro we can call it a dojo. Kaya lang, within San Francisco, talaga yung business rent is expensive. Especially doon sa situation ko na mag-start pa lang ako. So sabi ko, mukhang hindi mag-work to. So for the meantime, sa park lang kami, training. And then, I found a health club facilities na actually it was 20 minutes away from the Academy of Martial Arts. So hindi masyadong malayo yun. Then, yung palang health club na yun, may existing karate na.
Oh.
Tapos, nung nag-visit ako, I checked it, and then perfect timing kasi yung owner noong health club, he was actually looking for another instructor kasi yung instructor nila aalis na. So sabi ko, oh my gosh, this is perfect timing. Sabi ko, wala naman akong nag-visit lang ako. Pero all of a sudden, it looks like talagang nandyan na, naka-ready na para sa akin.
Ano yung association, Sir Khim, nung dinatnan mo dun?
Local they
local,
don't have, they don't have affiliation, but they practice Shotokan. That's the beauty of it.
Oh, galing.
So Shotokan sila pero walang affiliation. And nung pumasok kami, meron sila mga 20 to 25 students. So
dami na rin nun.
Okay na din pero puro bata yun kasi health club, kung member ka, usually yung mga kung may anak ka, tapos member ka, pwede mo silang i-enroll. Parang childcare yung dating nila.
I get you. Mga asyang yun? Anong pinakabata?
Actually,
meron bang 3 years old? May ganun?
Yes, 3 years old. 3 years old. So talagang nung nag-start ako, sabi ko, medyo challenging to kasi yung system nila, they will drop off the kid and parang lang talaga babysitter yung dating mo.
Oh, may ganun, may ganun.
Oo, so sabi ko, I finally talked to the owner, sabi ko after a few months, sabi ko, hindi ito yung karate na gusto kong i-share sa inyo. So sabi ko, if you want to, let me run the show. Sabi ko sa kanya. And I'll try my best to grow the numbers of the students. So
yan ang interesting. Yan ang interesting. Senpai Ian. Kasi that's one of the things that we're talking about also in KFM. We talk about, right now, hindi kami nag-admit ng younger than 5. Pero kasi, ang lakas ng demand niyan. So every now and then, pinag-uusapan namin. Pero we end up deciding not to do that. In your case, interesting to know kung ano yung naging strategy mo.
So, yun nga, in the beginning, they are accept like as early as 3. So sabi ko, hindi pa yung attention span, tsaka yung pag-follow ng instruction, hindi pa talaga ready yung mga bata. So usually they do like 30 minutes, program for the kids, just play tag with them. As long as they wear their gi, the parents thinks that they're doing karate. So yun yung dun Pero sabi ko dun sa owner, sabi ko, let me run the show. I'll change a little bit. So binump up ko siya ng 5 years old actually. Tapos, may separate class ako ng 5 and 6 years old, magkasama siya for 45 minutes. And then anyone older than that will be 1 hour class. So of course, yung 5 to 6 years old, cater lang siya, yung motor skills lang Yung improving their listening skills. Coordinations, Siyempre, attention span, dyan ka dyan ka ma-challenge talaga. Especially, hindi nila culture talaga yung yung martial arts.
Mm.
So sa US, gusto lang nila naka-karate uniform sila, pero they don't really, hindi nila talaga naintindihan.
Sir Kim,
yun
hindi
yung-
naman lang tinanggal yung manggas.
Hindi naman. Pero minsan, nakikita ko yung mga bata, gusto nila ganun eh. I remember, may natanong ako may natanong sa aming estudyante, can we attend like a street fighter? You know, sabi ko talaga, medyo
As in,
yun yung challenging part. Yeah.
As in, serious sila sa question na yun.
Yes, they were serious. Yeah.
Mga
hindi
naglagay
ko-
pa dito ng tali sa ulo.
So, yun yung nagyan ko doon. Pero yung 5 to 6 years old, so in-start ko sila, sabi ko, you have to start with your, working on your kihon, your basics. Kasi sabi ko, knowing the movements, hindi naman if you only know the movements, kung hindi mo naman talaga pinapractice yan, hindi ka magiging sharp talaga in the movements. So, na-improve ko yung 5 to 6, biglang lumaki siya. Kasi from 20 to 25 students, after 8 months, na-build up ko yung club. I have over 100 students. From 20 to 30. Yes. So, ang
Very
strategy
nice.
lang na ginawa ko doon, number one, yung talagang discipline. Nakita nila yung biglang yung unang instructor, games lang yung ginagawa. Tapos nung change ko siya, nakita ng parents, talagang you're not allowed to talk in class unless if you have question, you gotta raise your hands. And manners talaga, developing character talaga yung finocus ko sa nila. Talagang sabi sa nila, at the end of the class, you always recite, seek perfection of character. So martial arts, sabi sa nila, yung karate, it's not just about punching and kicking. Sabi ko, number 1 yung character ninyo. Kung hindi nyo mafa-follow yung mga certain roles in the real world, hindi makaka-follow din yung mga bata. So yung parents na gustuhan yun, sabi niya, and that's the reason why my kids wants to take karate, so I can prepare, my kids in the real world. So yun, nag-click yun. So nung una, sabi ko, ano bang gagawin ko? Gagawin ko bang games din to o ano? Kasi kailangan mag-adjust eh. Kailangan ko ng dojo eh. Sabi ko, baka hindi magustuhan ng may-ari. So sabi ko,
tama.
Dito. Yeah?
At saka at the end of the day, I think importante rin doon sa may-ari and to you also na mag-grow in number, hindi ba?
Yes, definitely. Kasi yun talaga yung arrangement ko sa kanya. Sige, let me run the show and I'll try my best to grow the numbers. Nagulat siya, 8 months, yung niya, talagang yung numbers dumami. And then,
ano yung word of mouth? Word of mouth ba yun? O did you do some marketing?
Ang marketing namin, tournaments lang eh. Kasi madaming tournaments dun sa Bay Area. So, ang ginagawa ko, sige, training ko yung bata. Yung mga nasasalihan namin, mga, local tournaments, although they call it traditional, pero it's not a high level really compared to kung dito ka talaga nag-training sa Philippines. Pagdating mo doon, iba eh. Iba yung level mo eh. So, yung mga batang na-train ko, talaga nag-excel sila in the tournaments. So, nakikita yun ng mga parents. Nakita nila, dati hindi ganito yung anak ko, pero ngayon nag-champion na. So, yun yung naka-build up. So, hanggang sa umabot kami sa point na na out of state na yung nag-i-inquire sa amin eh. So, nasa California kami, yung health facilities. Minsan, kinausap ako nung owner. Sabi niya, Khim, I have inquiries from Las Vegas. Can you teach? Sabi ko, that's 10 hours drive from California. Sabi ko, I don't think I can do that. So yung mga inquiries biglang dumami. Talagang
So yung mga tournament, Sir Kim, sino nag-organize nito? Anong association 'yan?
Madaming organizations sa San Francisco, especially in California, na may open tournament sila. Ang sinasalihan ko yung either WKF or traditional. So dun yung linya na pinapasok ko. Pero madami doon yung open tournament. Yung talagang, I'm sure you've seen like Karate Kids. Like,
Oo
you know,
naman.
like, yung mga V-neck, like,
freestyle.
Cobra Kai.
exactly. So yan, madami doon. Pero,
May ganun doon. Kasi until now,
madami.
actually, sa Instagram, ang dami ko if you type in #karate, sari-sari yan. Merong mga, yung mga traditional na hindi nila papakialaman yung gi. Meron din kung ano-ano yung suot.
Yeah, totoo yun. Talagang pinagahalo-halo nila yung...
Hanggang ngayon no?
Oo. Pero meron din mga legit, so yun yung pinapasok namin. So hanggang sa nakita nila, yung may JKA na pala doon sa area na yun, JKA of Northern California. So naging interesado yung mga tao. So yun, hanggang sa yun nga Las Vegas, kami din yung open yung JKA of Las Vegas. Tapos recently, nag-open ako sa East Coast, yung JKA of Maine.
Okay. Sorry, nag-open ka sa Las Vegas, tama ba yung understanding ko?
Yes, tinulungan ko yung owner doon. He used to be like from a different organization. So, sabi niya gusto niya mag-affiliate sa JKA. So, yeah, I help him. So, nagkameron sila ng JKA Las Vegas. And
This was the guy who inquired.
Yes, siya nag-inquire.
Was he si a karate practitioner also?
Oo, ano siya may lineage siya kasi he's from SKI.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yun. Tapos doon ko din na-meet actually yung isa pang taga Las Vegas, Filipino, national team ng Philippines. Talagang siya yung halos kasabay ni Sir David dati.
What's his name?
Ray Hilario, Rigacho.
Rigacho Hilario,
Yes.
Baguio.
Yes, Baguio. Exactly.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Wow.
doon ko na-meet yun. Sabi niya, nag-start daw siya sa JK dali pero na-affiliate sa SKI. So hanggang sa, sige, tulong tayo hanggang sa makilala yung mga JK doon. Kasi yung sa JK Las Vegas, kaya maganda, mostly Filipino. So doon talagang exciting yung namin pag-open ng JK Las Vegas. So talagang parang community, Filipino community yung ginawa namin doon.
I have a question.
Yeah, sure.
Yung before JKA in Northern California was active, before you took over the old club, okay, you mentioned na iba yung methodology na for teaching, the old instructors. My question is, ano yung expectation ng parents before? You said na content sila with just having their kids play, wear the gi, play, spend time, go home tired after. Ano yung expectations nila doon? Ano yung gusto nila makita? Yung output from those sessions?
Siguro nung una, they were expecting it's gonna be the same. Kasi, parents, they don't really know what karate is. You know, as long as they see their kids wearing gi, so yun yung tingin nila doon, karate na yun. Pero after a few months, siguro noong nakita nila yung mga bata, yung children nila, siguro, I'm not sure, maybe sa bahay, nakita nila siguro, baka na-practice nila yung discipline na ginagawa sa dojo. So siguro isang factor na yung mga magulang, natuwa. So talagang pinush nila yung mga kids nila. So number one is discipline talaga. Kasi kung makita mo yung mga bata na patakbo-takbo na, laro-laro lang talaga sa dojo, and all of a sudden nakita mo they became organized talaga, they move as a team. So talaga yun ang ko sa kanila. Kaya we have to move as one unit. Sabi ko, if I punch, you guys punch. If I step forward, you guys have to step forward, So talaga yung turo ko, as in nagte-training din ako kasi they have to see someone Kasi dating instructors medyo they're focused on games. Yeah,
tama.
Of course, in the beginning, yung mga bata nagtatanong after ng class, since they ever gonna play or talagang in-explain sa kanila, this is not a playground, this training hall, we're gonna call this a dojo from now on, this is our dojo. Okay, so in-explain ko sa kanila. So, and then siguro, dahil bago din, na-challenge niyo yung mga bata. So kahit mga 3, 4, 5 years old nga, gano'n, parang biglang, okay, there's something new. I think sensei really means business. So I have to listen to them. Kasi dati, yung mga pagpasok ko, yung mga bata, after 5 minutes, sensei, I'm tired, I'm gonna sit down. Yung tipong ganun
Nakita ko na yan.
Yeah, yung tipong ganun. So,
si
talagang,
si Senpai Ian, Sir Kim, meron na nangyaring ganyan. Hindi niya pinayagan yung bata. Ngayon, yung bata umiyak, nagsumbong sa nanay. Yung nanay, tinawagan ako. Sa akin na nagsumbong. Tapos, I think ang nangyari nun, kinausap yata. Iyan, kinausap mo yata di ba? Parang sinabi mo na hindi pwede yung ganun, and I think they decided not to pursue because I think that's not what they wanted for their child, no?
Yeah,
Parang gusto nila playtime, di ba?
Yes, I think expectation nila no was parang gaya ng experience ni Sir Kim na before na expectation is playtime, playground. I wanna do karate just as a hobby. Hindi siya serious. So, yeah. But that was kind of an isolated incident din.
Pero every now and then, meron kang ma-encounter. I remember that instance kasi the mom called me.
nagsumbong sa'yo.
Sa akin, ewan ko, hindi kanya yata malapitan right after the class, senpai. Diba?
The kid was hysterical. Gusto niya uminom ng water. It wasn't time. I told them, no, you drink together with your classmates.
Yeah.
And it's not break time yet. So we have work to do. And after yan, iiyak na.
Sir Kim, interesado ako sa ano.
I'm glad
go ahead.
I'm glad you guys run the class like, traditional really. Kasi talagang kailangan balance
Yes.
Madalas kasi yung instructor nag-a-adjust sa students Kasi of course, you want to maintain the numbers of your students, pero sometimes we have to be, we have to watch our integrity talaga. So I'm glad, Ian is actually,
Actually, si Ian transforms. When he's in the dojo, when he puts on that gi, nag-iiba to very easy. Si Ian kasi is a very easy going guy magaan kasama, palabiro, ganyan. Matagal ko nang barkada si Ian, college pa lang kami. Tapos, lagi ko kinikwento kay Ian na yung tournament na nakalaban ko siya, tapos ginulpi niya ako na tuwing pinapaalala ko sa kanya, sasabihin niya, hindi niya maalala. Pero that actually happened. So matagal na kami magkakilala. Matagal na kami magkaibigan. So kilala ko siya, napakabait na tao nito. Pero pag nasa dojo na yan, nagbabago nagbabago na anyo. So talaga, he's very strict with the way he runs the class. I'd say it's very traditional and discipline centric.
Yeah, that's
good. Sa akin, it's okay kasi ako, I just do marketing. I let him do his thing pagdating sa instruction. So, I think, yung ginagawa ko sa ginagawa niya, complements both disciplines His instruction, akin, marketing. Walang overlapping, hindi gugulo, at saka definitely walang conflict. Alam mo, Sir Kim, interesado ako sa marketing talaga. So, kung puro tournament yung marketing, wala na iba, wala pa siguro social media during that time, kung meron man, siguro infancy stage. How does it work? Tipong kapag yung mga audience doon, kunyari, gusto lang nila manood ng tournament, hindi pa sila nagkakarate, doon sila nagkaka-interest, and do they call, is that how it works?
Oo. So, madalas ganito So, magjo-join kami in tournament. So, let's say they have 10 dojos, competing dojos. Minsan na nakukuha ko yung mga students from other dojos. Nagta-transfer. Kasi nakita nila na yung level ng mga bata is different from them. So, talagang, bakit ganon? Parehas naman yung style, pero bakit to different yung galaw? So, isa yun. Tsaka yung mga audience din nanonood, I think sa audience ko konti pero mostly yung mga students from other dojo, doon ako nakaka-pick up. So, kaya lang, ano ko doon, naging careful din ako mag-accept talaga kasi, syempre, ayaw kong magalit din yung ibang
Tama.
clubs kasi you stole our students. Pero ang ano ko naman sa kanila, as long as nagpaalam sila and they're willing to train, they wanna follow the rules, so sa akin, open naman Yeah.
Oo. Ano yung age group sa mga estudyante mo? Ilan yung bata, ilan yung teenager? Tapos meron bang yung mga nasa 30s na, 40s gusto pa rin magkarate?
Oo, meron din. Sa akin, actually, yung health club So, minsan, may mga, ko doon, students na weightlifter, bodybuilder sila. And then nakita nila, may program ng karate. Tapos nakita nila, active yung movements. Lumilipat sila. So, minsan nga, lalaki ng katawan, hindi kasya sa gi So, sabi ko, kaya yung medyo pag sumusuntok sila, sobrang tense kasi bodybuilder
Tama.
Pero gusto nila subukan kasi nakita nila na yung flexibility nila na-improve talaga when they take martial arts. So, tapos, teenagers siguro madami dahil dito ako nakadevelop ng team. Siguro dun sa mga teenagers, nakapag-produce ako ng siguro mga 7 to 8 siguro na US team.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So, when you say na 7 to 8 na US team, ano yun? Actively competing ba yun kapag sinabi mo?
Yes. Active yun. So, yung mga tournaments na world tournament, meron kami tinatawag na Pan-American Games. Siguro sa atin, SEA Games to. SEA Games yung katapat ng Pan-American Games. So, naglalaro din yung mga tournament, yung mga students ko. So, tapos yung...
Amazing.
Kasi yung anak ko, that time, teenager, yung dalawang anak So, madami silang kaibigan na napapasama sa kanila. So, yun, nahuhook din sila sa karate. So, kaya yung dalawa kong sons, din sila US team din. So, napasok.
Wow. So, you when you went to the US, your family was with you?
No, not yet. I stayed there for like 5 years siguro before ko sila na brought sa US. Yeah. And then from there, yun, timing na, naka-separate na ako dun sa sa Academy of Martial Arts. So, on my own na ako. So, yung mga anak ko, talagang parang tinutulungan lang at young age sila tumutulong sa akin. So, minsan kasi may mga estudyante na, syempre, kung makikita nila ako magde-demonstrate, para titingnan nila ako na, of course, you can do that, you're an adult. So, ginagawa ko, yung mga bata, yung anak ko yung pinagde-demo ko. So, para makita nila, even at his age, he can do this. So, talagang tumulong din sila sa akin na ma-establish yung club.
Ang galing, At saka very impressive. Yung 8 months na yun. From 25 to more than 100.
Yes. Kaya yung...
Ang dami nun.
Yung owner, talagang love na love kami noon. Talagang, pag may ni-request kami, sige, gawin natin to. So, yun lang, ang ko lang naman sa kanya, binawasan ko lang yung age group. So, tapos yung from class na dating 30 minutes, so sinabi ko na wala tayong magagawa dyan sa 30 minutes. So we just bump it up to 45 minutes kung mas bata, 1 hour yung regular, yung mga adults talaga, 1 hour and a half.
Pero yun? Paano yung program? Magkakasabay muna sila tapos aalis yung mga bata, may iwan yung adults? Ganun ba?
Hindi, by rank and also by age. So, madami talaga akong klase kasi full-time ko I teach like 5 classes a day. So, kung meron akong 7 to 12, yan yung magkasama. 6 to 12, 6 to 12 white belt, isang klase yun. Tapos, meron din akong 7 to 12 na yellow belts, orange belts. So, iba't iba, by rank, tapos by age. Any 13 years old and above, considered as adults. So, yun yung sa gabi, 1 hour and a half class.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, kasi biglang dumami. Kaya sabi ko, hindi ko pwedeng pagsabay-sabayin to. So ginawan ko talaga siya ng classes na at least 5 classes a day. So talagang full-time, yung full-time yun ako, yung sometimes people will ask me, what's your job? So pag sabi kong, well, I'm a karate instructor, they look at me as like, what else? Like they don't think of it as like a job, really.
Tama. Hindi lang may imagine na kaya mo gawin
Right,
yun araw-araw, ano?
right.
Hindi nila alam meron ka mahigit 100 na estudyante.
Exactly. So, pag
Kasi
nakita
ang
nila
dami
ako,
nun, ha? Ang dami nun.
yeah. Actually, when I moved to Maine, to East Coast, siguro nasa 120 siya yung students.
So what did you do to ano? What did you do with your dojo in North California? Kung nung lumipat ka,
Yes,
what happened
nung
there?
ako sa East Coast, one of my black belts, he's a Brazilian guy. I asked him actually, sabi ko, I have to help someone in East Coast kasi gusto nila mag-open ng JKA. So they were requesting me to go. So sabi ko, will you able to run the dojo? Eh, tama-tama, that time, naghanap siya ng trabaho. So talagang everything is like, fall into places talaga.
Oo nga eh.
Yeah,
Parang ganun, ha?
Talagang sabi ko, wala akong hirap na maghanap ng, ng substitute. Talagang nandyan ka agad and then this guy is looking for a job. So sabi ko, okay, why don't you run JK in Norcal and I'll start another one in East Coast. So,
Parang nag-align yung mga between eh, no? Parang
Yes.
Sir Kim, no? Parang nag-align yung mga between doon sa adventure mo doon eh, no?
Right.
Ang
So sabi
galing
ko
eh.
talaga,
Sir Kim, I'm actually curious to find out kasi iba yung yung foot traffic style ng US dito sa Philippines. So, seeing as that was an incredible feat from halos let's call it 0 to about 100 plus students. Can you describe for us kung ano yung nature ng facilities so that and the nature of yung foot traffic doon sa first club mo sa Northern California na we're trying to understand kasi how it grew that much without the help of like social media, like active outward marketing, yung puro halos you also mentioned na yung mga from tournaments, they transfer to you. But is there anything else peculiar about yung foot traffic, about ng facility that actually contributed to the growth and health of your branch?
yeah. So definitely yung yung mga members kasi nung health club. So let's say for example, kasi yung health club meron silang swimming pool, basketball, squash court. So may mga group yun eh. May mga swimmers dun, may mga squash members. So anong nangyari nung nakita nila na nag-excel yung mga students from the beginning nung sumali na kami sa tournament, naging interesado din sila. So sinasign up nila yung mga anak nila, yung family nila. So dun nag-start within the health facilities. Nandun na yung market ko. So yun yung maganda. And then nung lumalabas na kami, yun, naka-gather pa yun. So dun natutuwa yung facility owner kasi nadadagdagan yung member noong health club.
Kung
Kasi
dito sa
outside.
Pilipinas yan, palagay ko, pwedeng katumbas niya, kunyari, nasa Celebrity Sports Plaza, o kaya nasa Quezon City Sports Club, sa Erod.
Yeah.
Yung mga ganung ganung lugar.
Yun yung setup nung namin kasi it's I would say like a high class, like high end facilities.
Well, that's one. I think key rin yan eh.
Yeah.
Key eh. Alam mo Ian, nakita ko nga, I was looking at the clubhouse dito sa village. Meron gym dito sa village eh. And the people here have money eh. So naglaro sa isip ko, nakita ko yung may gym doon, tapos merong basketball court. We can actually offer karate here in the village. Marami nakatira dito.
Yeah.
Marami
Kasi yun
nakatira
yung market
dito.
mo. Yun yung market mo, nandun na yun.
Oo,
Basta may makita.
Correct.
May makita lang nila na may doon, may activities. So magiging interesado yun eh. Kasi yun yung starting point ko eh.
That's right, that's right.
nag-work
Yung
sa
parang
akin.
parang ganun no. So that's something na pwedeng i-explore eh.
Pwede,
So,
pwede.
Sir Kim, so 7 years in the US, growing your karate club.
Mhm.
What what brought you back to the Philippines?
Yeah, so main reason talaga kaya ako nakauwi
Hmm.
after almost 20 years sa States, yung parents ko. Kasi both my parents are in their 70s now. So, and they live on
Ah.
their own. Yeah. So,
Hmm.
yung lahat ng siblings ko, they were, were spread out around the globe. So, uh, wala talagang pwedeng mag sa parents ko right now. So, ako lang yung pwede, ako lang yung available right now. So, I decided na talagang umuwi kasi ako lang yung pwedeng mag-run ng dojo eh. I continue to
That's another consideration.
Yes, yes.
Oo.
Kasi kung yung mga sisters ko yung uwi, sabi nila, yeah, they can watch my parents, but they won't be able to continue the dojo. At least kung nandito ako,
Hmm.
mas madami akong magagawa.
So what's your plan now? Now you're here and you want to also continue the dojo because that's a family tradition na.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
What's your
So
plan now? Mhm.
right now, I just want to continue my father's dojo like how he wanted to run it. Kasi yung goal niya talaga is makapag-produce ng world champion in the future. So sabi ko, okay, if that's the goal, then we'll try it. We'll see if we can do it. Kasi sabi ko, everyone's potential naman. So sabi ko, subukan natin. And then, siguro yung mga future goals pa para sa akin, kung sa akin lang, um, siguro gusto ko maka-visit dun sa mga ibang dojo din. Yung dojo nga ninyo dyan sa Manila, I would like to visit.
Oo nga,
Kasi
kapag pwede na.
yes, yes, yun nga, I can't wait for the vaccine to come out para we can go back to this new norm. So,
Totoo.
kasi before ako umuwi, talaga may ni-start kami ng mga anak ko. Nag-open kami ng charity. So, we call it Karate for Charity. So, ang ginagawa namin, we
That's a
visit
very good
those.
idea.
Yeah, ginagawa namin, we visit dojos, different dojos, and then usually mag-host sila ng seminars. So we try
Mhm.
to, give seminars to them, and then they donate dun sa charity namin. Kasi ano ko talaga, we want to raise like fund para dun sa mga underprivileged kids.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So, kasi naisip ko nga na since uuwi na ako, ano ba namang gagawin ko kung karate? So sabi ko, why don't I use this martial arts? Sabi ko, para makapag-give back to my community.
Right,
So
right.
yun, before ako umuwi, siguro naka-visit kami almost 10 dojos and they donated.
Oh.
So we raised a good amount. So sabi ko nga, this Christmas, yun yung goals namin eh. Meron kaming orphanage na pupuntahan para matulungan namin yung mga bata. So sabi ko, siguro isang ano din 'to eh, yung karate ito yung isang pathway na i-open sa atin eh, di ba? Hindi lang naman yung aspect of physical and mental training. So kasi yung spiritual nandun din. So I realized na yung martial arts is, it can improve also your spiritual aspect na
Oh. Right,
try to
right,
do
right.
good things. Yeah. Try to do good things and not expect anything in return. Parang
Mhm.
ganun eh. So sabi ko, yeah, I tried. So actually, yeah, yung Karate for Charity namin, nakapag-donate na kami sa ibang mga organization na kailangan din ng tulong.
Mhm.
So, pero talagang goals namin sa mga bata.
Oo.
Kasi na-realize ko, yung mga bata yung nakatulong sa akin, nag-start ako ng dojo. Puro estudyante ko, bata eh. And
Mhm.
then, isang rewarding siguro sa akin talaga na talagang sabi ko, I like this field. I like the field of teaching karate. Yung nag-start ako magturo ng mga special needs.
Ah,
Ng mga
really?
bata. Yeah. Kasi doon nakita ko talagang yung parents, talagang yung they are very grateful na makita nila yung kanilang mga anak na at least they can balance, they can do their katas. And talagang nakita ko yung joy ng parents.
Mm.
So sabi ko, siguro yung karate pala pwede maging instrument
Oo.
para to make a difference in someone's life. So kaya yun, nagkameron ako ng nag-start kami ng charity. So sabi ko, yung karate, daming na blessings na nabigay sa akin. Siguro it's about time. I'll use it to help out.
Yung experience mo in the US and how you were able to grow your karate club, yung ano ba, yung strategy doon, is that something na applicable din dito in now that you're back in the Philippines?
Yung iba, sinusubukan ko.
Oo.
Like for example, meron ako doon free trial class. Yung let them try it for once or twice. And then after that third time, you talk to the parents and what do you think? Your kids did well in the free trial class. Do you want to sign up? I'm not sure if you guys use contract, like annual contract or month, monthly.
What's the annual contract? Is that the subscription for a year? Yung ba
Yeah,
yan?
meron kaming program na ganun eh. Meron akong if you want month-to-month basis or if you want
Oo.
6 months or if you want 1 year. Yeah.
Actually we do monthly and we also do purchase of 10 classes. Pero yung long term, napag-usapan na namin ni Ian yan, pero hindi pa namin actually natatry yung buong taon eh. Actually ngayon nga, ang
Uh-huh.
mas napag-uusapan namin yung possibility ng quarterly eh. Pero
Yes.
yung annual, that works ha? Ganun ba?
Yeah, mostly lahat ng students ko annual. Kasi gusto nila, they want their kids to stay committed. So they can tell their kids na, okay, you can't quit kasi we have to do it
You
at
already
least
paid
for a
for the
year.
year.
Right. And kasi kung
Interesting, ha?
parang kung nag-gym ka, kung per visit yung bayad mo, 'di ba? Wala kang commitment eh. Pero pag nag one full month ka, well, I have to go to the gym kasi bayad na ako eh. So, since yung martial arts, they know that it's a long journey. It's not like compared to other
At saka it
sports.
helps na yung location mo is in a high-end health club eh. Kasi
Yes.
that's ano rin eh, paying for a year, that's a lot of money also. It's like paying for your semester eh, or your school year.
Right. So ang madami sa akin annual and then 6 months. Konti lang yung monthly kasi ayaw ng parents na I forgot to pay like last month. So they're really they don't want to be behind in their payment kasi alam nila na may late fee. So they're trying to avoid that. So yung
And you have late
niya,
fees.
ha?
You have late fees pa pala.
Yes, kasi isang trick na for you to remember not to pay late, not to actually like a penalty. I mean, as much as possible, I let them slide. Like if you're behind by a few days, that's fine. Pero kung consistent, kasi it's part of the program, especially kung yung
Tama.
adult na. Responsibilities mo yan eh. Kung palate-late yung bayad mo, let's say if you have a rent to pay, you can't do that, right? Do you want your job to pay you like late, like you don't get your paycheck on time? You don't want that, right? So, meron silang respect sa ganun eh. So,
Tama. That makes a lot of sense. At saka disiplina rin yan eh, di ba?
Yes, exactly.
Mabuti na pag-usapan natin yan. Ha? That's at least to me, that's something na hindi ko na-expect na that can work. Like in your case, Parang dati pag iniisip ko parang napakahaba, pero hindi. Kasi kung nag-work sa'yo yan, I'm sure there's a market somehow here in the Philippines where that can work.
Yeah, dito sa Lipa, tinatry ko pa lang. Pero so far, mukhang mag-work eh. Kasi inaano ko sila na, yun nga, instead of like getting a late fee, why don't you guys try it like 3 months? So yun, dito may 3 months yung susubukan ko instead na half a year and then 1 year.
Tama,
So
tama.
siguro dito sa Philippines, realistically mag-work 3 months, 6 months. Yeah. Pero I'm not sure. I haven't tried like annual.
Sir Kim, how do you define martial arts? Pag sinabi martial arts, what is that for you?
Sa akin, martial arts, we all know naman that, if you ask anyone to define martial arts, it's a method of training for combat and self-defense, di ba? Yan yung number one na masasabi ng tao. In fact, ngayon nga, ang tao, pag narinig nilang word ng martial arts, they think of fighting. Pero,
Actually, yun yung una eh.
right. Sa akin, siguro ang deeper meaning ng martial arts is awareness of avoiding conflict without fighting. So sa akin if you're being aware of how to stop a conflict without fighting, if you can avoid it before it happens, that is martial arts to me. I remember di ba may sayings na a good general can subdue 100 enemies, but a great general can subdue an enemy
Without fighting.
Before the fight even begins. So things na pwede mong i-avoid, for me, yung awareness mo, that is martial arts to me. Let's say, for example, madaming mga habit yung martial arts na na-apply ko in everyday. It's not the actual fighting, pero for example, yung awareness ko, if I go into a room or in a place na bago ko, instantly ang iniisip ko, I look for the exit. Let's say if I go for a restaurant or something, I look for an exit kasi parang sa akin, if something happened, I should be able to find my way out easily. Yung mga, let's say for example, if I go in a restaurant and I decided to eat, I rather, choose a spot where my back will be against the wall. Ayoko nung kakain ako ng exposed yung likod ko. Parang sa akin, mas maganda kung yung wall yung nasa likod ko, then it's easy for me na eto na lang front yung, right?
At saka you can see the what happens eh.
Exactly. So,
Hindi ka clueless eh.
Yeah, yung
I understand that.
Mga ganong habit, siguro, isa pa yung before ako mag-drive, sa States especially, I don't know, for some reason, I have to check the tires. A habit that, that I want to make sure that, if I'm going to work, there's no flat tires, no one's gonna be hurdle or anything, So, yung awareness lang. So, sa akin, siguro, yun yung martial arts sa akin. If you pay attention really to your surrounding and to yourself as well.
Right. What do you think about teaching karate through online channels?
I think that's a great idea, especially with the situation right now. In the beginning, like, when it first came out, like, people wants to try Zoom class, I was right away, hindi ko gusto yan. Sabi ko, it's not gonna work. Kasi sanay ako dun sa yung kita ko yung students, I can check you. And then eventually, may experience kasi ako, na-experience na nasa Zoom class kami. Nagtuturo ako, tapos pagtalikod ko, yung bata nakahiga na nagmimerienda na. So, sabi ko, get out. You're in class right now. So, yung experience ko, sabi ko, na ba naman to?
Teka, saan yan? Dito na yan? Nitong pandemic na ba yan?
Yeah,
Sa States?
Inabot ako dun
Okay.
Yeah. Umuwi ako end of July. So nakapag-online ako doon for a few months. Siguro from So kasi na-lockdown na wala na, hindi na pwede yung mga businesses.
Inabot mo pala ang doon, ang lockdown.
Yeah. So Kaya na-try ko yung online class. At first, sabi ko, this is not gonna work kasi kung sanay ka talaga sa dojo. And then I realized na walang way eh. Walang way na pwede mong maturuan yung mga bata na mafe-feel nila that they are safe.
Oo.
Hanggang sa nakita ko, ba't dumadami yung estudyante? Yung mga nag-stop for a while when I started online Zoom class, tapos bumabalik, nakita ko, nagte-training ulit sila. So sabi ko, well, this is a great way. Instead of losing these people, I rather do online class. Sabi ko. It's not the same as like one-on-one way, like where you can see the students in the dojo. Pero you just have to adjust kasi yan yung tinuturo sa martial arts di ba? Sa karate, you have to be flexible You have to adjust in situation.
Tama.
Yeah, yung online nag-work sa akin yun for until before ako umuwi dito. So okay yun. Okay sa akin yung online kasi yun ito yung way na it's either you lose your students or you keep them interested, and at the same time, they still learn, I mean, what's the difference, you can show them, unless like in my situation, I have bad internet connection. So, yun lang yung downside. So, but I think
In the US, okay bang ang experience mo with the internet in the US?
Yes. I had a good internet connection there.
Mas reliable,
Yeah, hindi siya late yung movement. So, talagang, it's almost, actually, after a few months of doing it, nasanay din ako
Tama.
Nagbabaw na din kami. Whatever you do in the dojo, yung say sa lahat, showman, natural naging...
Nakakapag-usap na kayo, no?
Yeah. I required all students na you have to be in your gi. So, naging formal class din. Ang hindi lang talaga namin nagawa, yung actual kumite, pero yung mga, yung one-step sparring, still nagawa namin, semi-free, we can still do that. Yun lang talaga actual contact, yun yung na-minimize. But other than that, I mean, online is a great idea actually. I'm glad may mga taong nakadiscover nun. Otherwise, baka yung industry ng martial arts will be gone now.
That's
Kasi tagal din. Kaya ba nag-start yung lockdown? Parang March. Yeah. Yung interest ng mga bata, mawawala talaga
Ang iniisip ko kasi is, kung pwede ng instruction through online kasi it breaks barriers So like for example, whereas before, dependent yung physical dojo at saka yung mga students na mag-a-attend at mag-enroll sa proximity. Ngayon kasi, halimbawa, si Senpai Ian is teaching online. Hindi kailangang i-limit sa Metro Manila. Could be the whole of Luzon, could be even the whole of Philippines nga
Exactly. And then even internationally.
Yes, that's the other thing di ba? Ang kailangan lang siguro pag-usapan dyan at i-figure out is halimbawa yung kasi hindi naman pwedeng habang buhay na virtual kasi kailangan meron ka rin kasama physically, face to face na ginagawa yung drills, pina-practice yung technique kasi at the end of the day it's a martial art so kailangan ina-apply. Yung ganung aspect lang. Yun yung kailangan ma-figure out pero iniisip ko kung halimbawa tapos na yung pandemic. Dapat yung online, I don't know how many will continue teaching online, pero to me kasi kahit tapos na yung pandemic, this is a strategy or a medium that allows you to be not limited by barriers. In this case, specifically yung distance. So I think you can still grow your organization online. Pero kailangan meron kang affiliation sa actual dojo in different cities, in different regions. O kaya kahit in another country, halimbawa, let's say meron tayong organization, ano. Halimbawa, yung Karate Fitness Manila na sinimulan namin ni Senpai Ian. Paano kung buksan mo for outside Metro Manila or even outside the Philippines, pagkaroon ka estudyante, let's say sa Singapore o kaya sa Australia, pwede mo silang turuan, pero baka pwedeng at the same time, dahil wala na let's say pandemic, baka pwedeng meron kang affiliate doon na dojo so that yung online instruction can be complemented by a face-to-face instruction, let's say at least once a month. So kung ka busy, you can train at home, pero at least may option ka na once in a month or twice a month, depende sa'yo, pwede ka mag-train doon sa affiliate dojo. Something like that di ba?
Yeah.
So, ano lang siya, these are just ideas na we are, nabanggit ko na kay Senpai Ian yan It's something na, pwede paglaruan, although hindi namin minamadali kasi ayaw din naman namin i-pressure yung sarili namin.
Yeah.
Pero what do you think
Actually,
about that?
Yeah, that's a great idea. I mean, speaking of that, actually, just this morning, may klase akong tinuruan mga students ko sa States.
Ayun.
So, yeah, kanina nagklase ako So, yung mga students ko na, Sensei, we miss you, we want to train with you. I said, okay, let's find time na makapag-train together. And then, so this morning, nag-training kami. So, meron pa din ako mga contact doon na kahit physically nandito ako. Kaya I think it's a great idea na yung online class ma-continue din. Kasi even wala na yung pandemic, like for my situation, I'm here, but most of my students are in the US. So, they will still have a chance to actually train with me. So, I believe it's a great idea. I remember, I think Ian showed me some of his materials about that. And I was like, man, this will definitely work, especially with the situation right now, or even kahit tapos na. I think, kasi na vision ko yun nandito ako, nandun yung mga students ko. Talagang, gusto nila mag-training, at least to see how it goes, yung paano yung, in fact, this morning, ang gusto nila, gusto nila makatrain dun sa estudyante namin dito sa Pilipinas. Gusto nila ma-experience yung training sa the Philippines. So this is actually a way of them, nasa States sila, pero they getting training na train
virtual
like
pero joint. Virtual
exactly.
pero joint.
Yeah. So yun yung isang idea siguro na
Oo nga
pwedeng i-continue.
Pero napaka lawak ng possibilities kung isipin mo, no?
Yeah. Kasi especially right now, I mean like social media and internet really everything is possible now.
Interesting. Sir Khim, umabot na tayo sa ending ng ating recording.
I see. Yeah.
Maraming salamat. We really enjoyed the conversation. I think this is going to be an interesting episode lalo na sa mga martial artists at saka sa mga nagtuturo. Kasi actually it would give people a lot of ideas rin and inspiration syempre. Diba? Maraming salamat. Thank you for accommodating again my request. At saka sana makadalaw kami. Lipa
Yes, definitely.
I have a friend there, isa kong may ginest ako dito, bladesmith na taga Batangas.
Talaga?
I guess the him he has a page, Batangas Armory. He has a group, Knife Makers Philippines. Interesado kasi ako matuto rin nun kung paano mag-forge. So sabi ko sa kanya, kapag may oras, attend ako seminar niya. Pag matuloy ako, I hope we can get together also for another catch-up. Di ba? Si Senpai Ian sasama.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, definitely.
Looking forward to that.
Masaya. Sir Khim, maraming salamat I hope you enjoyed also the episode.
I did. I really appreciate it. Thank you guys for having me on your show. Thank you.